Hello, everybody. Welcome back into another Senior Spotlight, where today, this one's a little bittersweet for me because it's someone I've known for it's a long amount of time, not just college. My good friend, Mr. Tyler Zeman. Tyler, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me, Spos. And thank you for doing this. I wouldn't want anybody else doing this.
It's not a problem. Not a problem at all. For us, as I mentioned, know each other before college, all the way back, through the swimming days, back when we did club swim together, back at Baldwin.
But it's a long time ago.
Seems so long ago, but getting back on track, for just real quick, why Waynesburg? Why did you choose Waynesburg? What drove you to come here in the first place?
I think the easy answer in kind of bold headline text is landing for Terry. I mean, I knew I kind of wanted to get into, sports in some capacity after high school because I played sports, but I wasn't ever going to play at the collegiate level. But I wanted to stay around, and when I came to Waynesburg, it was kind of just one of those things. You just get those gut feelings. It just feels right. And Waynesburg was that place. I mean, I looked at WVU, St. Vincent, Pitt. You just didn't get those same feelings. And when I came to Waynesburg, I knew this is where I kind of had to be for the next 4 years because it was going to give me the best experience that I could ask for out of college. Now,
you transitioned into college with a situation like no other. You had the pandemic to face with, on top of having to adjust to a new lifestyle, which college is a new lifestyle, especially for freshmen who are coming in, because for 18 years of your life, you had your parents, you had your family there, you lived in the same house as them. They kind of led you to certain things, helped drive you places. It's a completely different situation on top of the pandemic. How were you able to transition into college, and what was that like?
It was difficult. With COVID, there wasn't too much outside activities going on. We had our stuff up here on the fourth floor, but we couldn't congregate, hang out, all that kind of stuff. It was you come up here, did what you had to do, and then you went back to your dorm, got off the floor because of COVID, and that was just that was probably the toughest part. Was just you couldn't get that. You didn't have those relationships right off the bat that you could build because you were getting lunch by yourself most of the time. You could sit 4 people at a table, so it wasn't like you were sitting with too many people. And then trying to learn the upperclassmen and build relationships with them was difficult because you weren't around them all the time. So it was a very different change. Also coming to Waynesburg, I didn't really know anybody coming in because we went to Baldwin, a pretty big school. Most of the time you have friends going with you to other places or people that you know. I didn't really have that here, so it was one of those things where I kind of had to find my own groove, if you will, and that was probably one of the toughest parts.
So come after the pandemic year, sophomore to senior year, definitely more of a normal lifestyle that you guys got to live so far through there. Just what has been your overall experience? What were some maybe favorite memories you had once everything kind of got back to normal? Because, I've seen some relationships that we build here, some that you have, and they're just absolutely awesome. But what's maybe some of your favorite relationships, favorite moments you had after that when things got normal again?
I would say during COVID, that spring semester, I took a theater class with Jeremiah and Joe, and that was when everybody was getting back into trading cards. So every day, I think it was a Tuesday, Thursday, every day after 3:45 when the theater class ended, Jeremiah and I and Joe would go to Walmart and we would try to just pile up on as many trading card packs as we possibly could. And that was one of the biggest memories from my freshman year because, we didn't do a lot until the spring. And that was one of those cool kind of memories, being able to go with them and do that. I won't ever forget the B booth with Spencer for Terry. It was CMU. We were up there at the top of Wiley. The wind was all over the place. And I just remembered my spotter board flipped up and it was literally just hovering in the wind above the stadium. And then we had to run down and go get it. But it was that was probably my favorite memories from there. Being able to start announcing during COVID was pretty cool. And, it was also thanks to the people that kind of took me under their wing.
So kind of going off of that with taking under your wing, college is also a time, in school as well, you learn a lot of things in the classroom, but college, at least for me personally, I found out a lot more about myself. For you, what's maybe something you learned about yourself that you thought you knew or you didn't know about yourself that you were like, all right, this is something I learned and now I can apply this to my everyday life?
I think the easy answer to that is I thought I wanted to announce, but really what I started to realize at college was I wanted to do more behind the scenes stuff. I love the directing aspect, the producing aspect. It's like a puzzle. It's like a mini game within the game itself. And I just liked being able to direct behind the scenes, get camera shots, call camera angles out. And that was just one of the things that I learned at college. But, I just really just learned even more that hard work is everything. You just got to work hard, like everything in life. The harder you work, the more opportunities that you start to get. And, just going to all those productions and just, showing up to events on the fourth floor and TV shows around WCTV, you just, the more you showed up, the more opportunities that arised. And that was one of the things that I started to learn, that if you're, the more, you're involved, the more you're around, people will give you opportunities. And that's kind of what happened.
Now we are only 2.5 weeks-ish, 3 weeks we'll say, to round up towards graduation, which I know is going to be very exciting for you and all the other seniors. But after graduation, what's next for Tyler Zeman? What is on the docket? What's on the agenda? What will you be doing?
Well, as most people know, around the fourth floor, I got a news producing job at WTAJ out in Altoona. So that's where I'll be headed. It's exciting because I want to stay in sports, but it's news. But everything that I get with the news producing side of things is kind of what we do with Woosen. A lot of it is like, mapping out camera angles, and it is a lot of writing, but it's also, cueing the announcers, the talent, cueing live shots, setting everything up like that. And it's still that big puzzle that I fell in love with as directing live sports in college, and I'll still get that at WTAJ. So that'll be really fun.
Sounds like an awesome time. And
It is.
Tyler, I want to thank you for coming up. I want to congratulate you again for getting through college. Only for someone as myself, I've known you a very long time. We've had a lot of good memories. Mm-hmm. I could confidently say the majority of my memories have you involved somewhere so far. So thank you for that. And thank you guys as well for tuning in to our Senior Spotlights. Make sure to stay here on our WCTV YouTube page for all our other Senior Spotlights to come and to check in on the past. We want to make sure you stay here for all notifications as well when those do get uploaded. So thank you very much. We'll see you guys next time.
This has been a production of Waynesburg Community Television.